You are now listening to an idiot with a microphone. My God, help us. This is Beyond Facts with Dave Phillips.
Thank you for joining me. Today we have a very interesting show, so stay glued to the tube, the YouTube that is. On today's agenda we will be discussing coffee and how we all need it to survive, and what scientists are saying about the quality of your morning fix, and how it will be compromised because of climate change. Speaking of climate change, we will also be looking at the latest weather from Antarctica, basically because the ice caps are continuing to melt. Italy's polls closed today at 11 p.m. Italian time. More than 50% of millennials want a communist or a socialist government. And what does that mean for you? ICE arrests 232 people in California after a 4-day workforce raid. And an illegal Mexican immigrant stole a man's identification in 1986 and has claimed $361,000 in government benefits. As well as the correlation between Norman Bates from the show, The Bates Motel, and, excuse me if I get your name wrong, you fucking sick, twisted fuck, Yevgeny Vasilevich Bayraktar. You know, if you are new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you just want to throw your money down the drain, you can do that at patreon.com, idioms, or patreon.com/idioms. That is IDIOMZ. I have recently begun watching The Bates Motel on Netflix, and I personally am enjoying it. It's not an awful program. If you haven't seen it, let me briefly describe the premise of the program to you. It is basically the origin story of a guy named Norman Bates. He is the psycho serial killer in the movie Psycho. The show portrays how absolutely obsessed and mentally disturbed Norman Bates is with his mother. Well, Yevgeny Vasilevich Bayraktar could be considered a real-life Norman Bates. This is kind of where fiction and reality collide to further induce us in the morbidly disgusting traits of some people. Yevgeny, a New York native, was visiting Japan and police arrested him. And can you guess what was in his possession? Well, let me tell you, it was the severed head of his date, Saki Kondo. Reports indicate that this guy, Yevgeny, was obsessed with his mother, and his mother catered to his every demand, much like the fictional fan favorite, Norman. Well, I guess Putin addressed the world yesterday, and to the shock of absolutely nobody, tells the United States Russia will never extradite its citizens to you. I had no idea this was actually news. I thought it was already very well known that Russia had a no extradition policy. I mean, why would they? Would we extradite one of our CIA operatives to them? Extremely unlikely. In other news, Justin Bunn and his 19-year-old daughter, Taylor Bunn of Panama City, Florida. Not Florida. Oh man, it's Florida! Were making sweet love to the moonlight last night. Yes, you heard me correctly. They both were picked up by the local PD and have been charged with incest. Although I personally believe we have to give her, his daughter, Mrs. Bunn, a little bit of leeway. This young woman, you just have to imagine the mind fuckery she probably had to deal with growing up with this disgusting fucking bastard Justin Bunn. Her whole life she's probably been sexually abused and mentally mind fucked. Justin, you are a fucking disgusting and disgrace to our species on every continent. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, just do it. It lets me know that you like what I am trying to do here. So, what are your thoughts on Andres Avelino Anduega stealing an identity of a Texas man and using it to not only travel back and forth from Mexico and the U.S. as a convicted felon, but also collecting over $300,000 in government benefits? Let me know how you feel about him in the comment section below. Well, since we're talking about illegal Mexicans, let's tie in this ICE sting that just took place in Northern California. ICE ran a 4-day operation which included apprehending 232 illegal immigrants. They inspected 77 different businesses to catch these criminals, and let's be honest, entering this country illegally is a crime. Yet it wasn't only border-hopping criminals in this mashup of Mexican illegals, but 180 of them were either convicted criminals or had been issued a final order of removal from America and failed to depart the United States, or had been previously removed from the country and came back illegally. They are going to continue doing stings like these out in California and hopefully the rest of the United States. Last month, they removed 200 illegal criminals from the Los Angeles area. Apparently, these illegal immigrant criminals, were quitting their jobs in panic because of those raids that just took place. I have a hard time believing that these criminals can even find employment. Dave, why do you keep calling these guys criminals? They're people. Oh. Well, they came to this country illegally? That would make them criminals. If you come here illegally, that would make you a criminal. I need a full-time job. Too bad I'd have to move to the state with the worst quality of life in America to get a job. We need to start doing that here in Florida. Florida, come on, ICE, come down here, do your job. But good job, Homeland. Let's keep up the good work, all right? Today was supposed to be the last day of the DACA/Dreamer program. They were supposed to run out of funding for these Dreamers. Excuse me. They were supposed to run out of funding for these Dreamers work visas, even though the Department of Homeland Security was going to renew their 2-year DACA permits, which were supposed to expire today. Well, they didn't have a chance to do that before multiple federal judges ruled that the justification of the Trump administration was shaky at best and ordered the Department of Homeland Security to resume renewing all of the existing DACA permits. Well, we will see what the government plans to do to fund these criminal children, because the deadline is up March 23rd. We will keep you updated with what is going on with the Dreamers. The biggest issue today, and guess what? Italy's biggest issue today, you guessed it, they're going up for vote. It's that time of year that they're all voting, and their biggest issue is immigration. Go figure. We're all having issues with immigration. And in Pensacola, Florida, a political action committee, Mad Dog PAC, a group that funds billboard signs nationwide to put up a propaganda billboard sign that states NRA are terrorists. Well, we need to fund a sign that states all liberals are terrorists, especially with Antifa and all these anti-fascist fucking radicalist extreme terrorists. Last week, a kid got arrested and is being charged with terroristic threats for a music video where he says school shooter twice, not inferring that he is a school shooter or he is going to shoot up a school. But he got arrested for saying it twice in a song to depict the violence that was going on in the streets. But, he used that as a metaphor. Kathy Griffith could actually get something that really resembles a Donald Trump head and hold it there with a knife all bloody and shit, as well as Snoop Dogg and the countless others that, imitate murder in the same fashion the actual Islamic terrorists do. They're all fine. They haven't been charged nor arrested. They're just out there living their fancy houses, eating their caviar, drinking their green tea or marijuana tea. I don't know, but, something wrong there. Just kind of curious to what you guys feel. So leave your comments in the comment section below if you feel any sort of way, okay? I'm super curious what these zealots are expecting red-blooded Americans to do. Give up our constitutional right to bear arms? I have watched people chastise the fact we have this right to protect ourselves from the government, laughing at us like, yeah, that will never happen. But more than 50% of millennials believe in communism or socialism. So it is very promising that one day, when they are leading the free world, they will not make it so free. I do believe our days of freedom are numbered, and it's a slippery, very, very slippery slope, no matter which side of the fence you're on. America definitely will not be the same in 20 years. And I believe it will be worse off than what it is now. not necessarily because of Trump. I don't think Trump's doing that bad of a job. But because of these people, they're like, you called me a she. I'm non-binary, and I'm so offended. I can't believe you're wearing an Indian costume on Halloween. You know, what the fuck is wrong with these people? You know, it's really crazy. Hell, the whole world is in shambles. If the youngsters don't stop listening to the fascist professors and doing their own research, we're all fucking screwed. We truly need to take a step back and breathe. Not get so offended over every little thing. I mean, I will get yelled at and told I'm a bigot, even though I was the one running away from a slew of people trying to harm me because of my skin pigmentation. Everywhere you look, there are politics. You can't watch football. You can't turn on award shows. You can't use the bathroom. You can't even tell a fucking joke. You can't wear a Halloween costume, and everybody seems to be a fucking damn victim these days. You know, I truly do want to start going out into the world, bringing my camera along, and seeing how big of a deal the shit actually truly is. So, you know, maybe further episodes down the line, I will be out on the streets of Tampa Bay, Florida, and truly compare and contrast how bad these things are compared to what I see in the fucking media. And after I do that, actually talk to real people, I want to go to a college and talk to these fucking crazy fucks. I want to see if it's actually infected Tampa Bay area. I'm not sure if it has. And I guess we will see. Well, that just about wraps up my show. Long live the Dome! Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like the shit out of this video, and give me your money at patreon.com/idiomz. That's IDIOMZ. And until next time, people, stay diligent and stay informed. Bye. Bye. Okay, Bailey, I'm all done, my dude. I'm all done, my mans with the plans.
You are listening to another privileged white male speaking about things he shouldn't be speaking about. This is Beyond Facts with Dave Phillips.